Nasty and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my December TBR. Here's the thing, I already filmed it once and one, it was a mess, it was chaos. It was just straight chaos. But two, something glitched and so now I can't post it. So we have to do it again. Okay, couple of announcements. I think I'm gonna be doing a new and fun TBR game starting in January. I think I'm gonna try and make it on my Christmas break from school. Might not happen, but we're gonna try. So this will be the last month. We're gonna pull it out of a mug this time, but this will probably be the last month we do this. Maybe. And two, I'm gonna be participating in about 3 readathons, maybe 4 readathons in December, so it's gonna be a busy month. I also have a bunch of finals and papers and stuff because it is the end of the semester, so it's going to be a really busy month, at least for the first half of the month. So I'm hoping I'll still be able to get some reading done, but you know. So I'm going to pick all of my books and then at the end of this video we will go over how they fit into the prompts. I'm taking part in Cozathon, Festive Readathon from Steph Loves. Cozathon is the whole month and so is Merry Bookmas, which is the seasonal thon. I'm going to try and do that one as well. Those are both the whole month. And then the Festive Readathon from Steph Loves goes on from December 6th to December 12th. But we're gonna pick my books and then we will talk about how we're gonna just fit them into the prompts. And if they don't fit into the prompts, then they don't fit into the prompts. We're just gonna try and do it as much as possible, stretch it, but yeah. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both of those would mean the absolute world to me. Comment down below what you're going to be reading in December. And if you have read any of the books that I put on my TBR for December, let me know what you think of them in the comments. And turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload from me. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below if you are interested in checking those out. And let's just finally get into this December TBR. Well, there's only 2 books that I want to get on this TBR, but if they don't get put with these, they're just gonna end up on my TBR anyways. So hopefully we're gonna do 5 picks. Hopefully we only end up with 5, but potentially we could end up with 7 books. So since I'm at school, I only have a select few books that I can choose from. I'll put a clip in what they are. Okay. These are the books that I have here to choose from. But it's a decent amount of books and I think like 95% of the prompts in here will work with those books. If I pull one that I don't have a book that fits into that, we'll just re-pull, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much. And I put them in this cup this time because we kept getting a bunch of the same prompts like every month, so I'm hoping maybe I can mix it up better in this. I don't know, that was just my thinking. But we'll do book number 1. Come on. Movie adaptation. The first pull was movie adaptation and I kind of wanted to get this book on my TBR anyways because the movie comes out in December, and that is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I still haven't read this and I wanted to get to it before the movie came out. I saw a post that said something about in select theaters and some streaming platforms December 10th, I think. So I'm gonna try and read this before I watch the movie and I'm excited. So if you don't know what it's about, it says Lucy Hutton and Joshua Templeman hate each other, not dislike, not begrudgingly tolerate hate, and they have no problems displaying their feelings through a series of ritualistic passive-aggressive maneuvers as they sit across from each other, executive assistants to co-CEOs of a publishing company. Lucy can't understand Joshua's joyless, uptight, meticulous approach to his job. Joshua is clearly baffled by Lucy's overly bright clothes, quirkiness, and Pollyanna attitude. Now that they're up for the same promotion, their battle of wills has come to a head, and Lucy refuses to back down when their latest game could cost her her dream job. But the tension between Lucy and Joshua also reached its boiling point, and Lucy is discovering that maybe she doesn't hate Joshua and maybe he doesn't hate her either, or maybe this is just another game. Hate to love, romance, cute. So that's our first book. All right. Book number 2. Start a series, which I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. I think I only have one book. Oh, actually I have 2. Okay. Those of you that have watched past TBRs from me are probably gonna roll your eyes. And yes, I am rolling my eyes at myself as well. But for Start a Series, I am going to read The Beautiful by Renee Audier. If you don't know, I've put this on like 4 TBRs, I think, and still haven't read it. But usually with those TBRs, for some reason I was putting like 7-8 books on those TBRs, and that was just not gonna happen. That was just never gonna happen. So I'm hoping I will get to this. I'll put it as a priority, I think, because I do really want to read it. That's why I keep putting it on TBRs, but it just doesn't happen. So this is about Celine, and she goes to New Orleans because she was a dressmaker in Paris, but she is seeking safe haven there. And soon there she meets Sebastian Saint Germain, who is the man. He is the leader of the New Orleans underworld. Then girls start dying, and there's one. The second one is found in his lair, and then there's a third. And then Celine starts to figure out that she is in the sights of the serial killer. As the murderer stalks her, Celine finally takes matters into her own hands, only to find herself caught in the midst of an age-old feud between the darkest creatures of the night, where the price for forbidden love is her life. So some people say this is a vampire book, some people say that's a lie, so we'll find out, because I am reading this month. And that's, I don't know what the series is called. The Beautiful series, there's The Damned, and something else just came out, or it's just gonna come out. I can't remember, but there's a third one. I don't know if it's trilogy or what, but okay. Pick number 3. Less than 300 pages. Less than 300 pages. We're going to be reading Velvet Was the Night by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. She has like a bunch of other books, and I just found out she lives in Vancouver, which is in Canada, where I live, which is cool. A delicious twisted treat for the lovers of noir, about a daydreaming secretary, a lonesome enforcer, and the mystery of a missing woman they're both desperate to find. This book was not on my radar, and then I just saw it randomly in the store, and it's short, less than 300 pages, so I'm excited to read this, and the cover, beautiful. Book number 4. Everyone has read it but me. So this is a pretty obvious one, I feel like. Everyone has read it but me, it seems like, which is Verity by Colleen Hoover. Like, it seems as though literally everyone has read this. This will be my first Colleen Hoover book, which I'm excited about, but if you don't know what it's about, Loan Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Loan to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Loan arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Loan doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read, page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night her family was forever altered. Loan decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents would devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. She calls it's a romantic thriller. So I love that. People absolutely love this book, so I'm hoping to join that. Final pick, book number 5. Current most anticipated book. Okay, we're gonna go with You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I don't own it yet because it is the 26th of November and it comes out on November 30th, I believe. But if you don't know, I absolutely love Karen M. McManus. She's one of my favorite authors and she kind of got me back into reading. I've read all of her books so far, so I'm very excited for this. It's literally one of my most anticipated books of the whole entire year, so I'm pumped. Ivy, Mateo, and Cal used to be close. Now all they have in common is Carlton High and the beginning of a very bad day. They all end up running into each other, skipping class. It seems like the perfect opportunity to turn a bad day around. They'll ditch and go into the city, just the 3 of them, like old times, except they've barely left the parking lot before they run out of things to say, until they spot another Carlton High student skipping school and follow them to the scene of their own murder. In one chance move, their day turns from dull to deadly, and it's about to get worse. It turns out Ivy, Mateo, and Cal still have some things in common. They all have a connection to the dead kid, and they're all hiding something. So just typical YA mystery thriller, and I'm so excited. They're my favorite. So that'll be the last book that's on this with this, but I do have to add one more book. There's no way I am going all of December without reading a holiday rom-com or romance novel. So we are putting The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox on my TBR, and I'm super excited about this. And there's something about one of the characters that I really like. When chef Charlie Goodwin gets hit on the head on the LA set of her reality baking show, she loses her critical ability to taste and smell. Meanwhile, Charlie's identical twin, Cass, is frantically trying to hold her own life back together in their quaint mountain hometown while running the family's bakery and dealing with the breakup that just won't end. With only days until Christmas, a desperate Charlie and Cass do something they haven't done since they were kids: switch places. But when rugged firefighter Jake Greenman and gorgeous physician assistant Miguel Rodriguez are thrown into the mix, will the twins' identity swap be a recipe for disaster or for getting their lives back on track? So just cute little romance. Some may say it's cringy, very Hallmark movie-esque, but I absolutely love those, so no judgment, because those are my favorite type of movies, and this is literally like that in a book. So technically I have 6 books in my TBR, but it's better than 7. I'm glad I was able to get You'll Be the Death of Me on there. This is my TBR. None of them were particularly big. Like, this is the biggest, so that's not bad. So hopefully I'll be able to get it all done, plus You'll Be the Death of Me, which I will pick up right on the day it comes out. Let's talk about readathons now. For the Festive Readathon, which is Stuff Loves Readathon, which goes on from December 6th to December 12th, the prompts are, you can like quadruple up on this, like double up, whatever, on these prompts, so just wait what you see I'm doing for this. Festive word in the title, I'm going to be using the holiday swap, holiday, obvious. Snow on the cover, the holiday swap. There's these white dots, which are supposed to be snow, but there's also these snowflakes on the bakery window. Anticipated read. I'm really excited to read this one, so I'm anticipating it. Red or green on the cover. Green, red, red, green, red, green, red, everywhere. Illustrated cover. It's an illustrated cover. Set in winter. It's during the holidays. There's snow. So I'm gonna be reading this that week. I'm glad that one works for a bunch of, like, all the prompts, because I would not be reading more than one book that week. Let's do Cozathon, which is the whole month. 5-star prediction. I'm gonna put You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus. book with winter colors in the cover, holiday swap, reread a fave. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not in the place to be rereading yet. Buddy read with a friend. Don't have a specific anything. Might happen, might not. Oh, if I had time, I would put in Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, because that is Mel Reed's Patreon, one of her book club, or what are they called? One of the reads for the month. So if I have time, I will read that, and that could count for buddy read. Has the found family trope. I'm gonna take a guess and say You'll Be the Death of Me by Karen M. McManus has that kind of found family, because they were friends before. That might not be true, but we're gonna go with that now. Finish a series. That's not gonna happen. An emotional read. That'll kind of be like after I read it, decide if it's emotional, because none of these overall read emotional to me at the moment. A long book over 499 pages. Don't have one of those. A book with your favorite trope. I mean, I do love a Hallmark movie type of an anticipated read. This, or honestly, I'm really excited for all of them. You'll Be the Death of Me, so like literally any of them will work. A seasonal themed book. Physical TBR veteran. None of them, these are overly that old, but I've had this for a decent amount of time, and I mean, this has been put on my TBR multiple times and hasn't been read. So a book with illustrations. I don't have that. And a short book less than 300 pages. So I do actually have that, because Velvet Was the Night. That's the prompt I had it for. Next book in a series you haven't finished. I mean, this is starting a series, but those are all the Cozathon ones, and then they do have self-care type of ones as well. Our final one that I'm going to be talking about today, Mary Bookmas, which is the seasonathon, whatever. It's the 12 Tropes of Bookmas reading prompts. So chosen one, I don't think we've got that. Second chance can be second chance romance, second chance friendship. So I'm gonna put that as You'll Be the Death of Me, because they were friends, but then they stopped being friends, and I think they would become friends again. Bookception, read a bookish book. This can have bookish characters or bookish setting, a book or a book within a book. Verity, love, friends to lovers, enemies to lovers. The Hating Game, pretty self-explanatory. Games, competitions. I don't think any of these do that. Retellings. Don't think any of these are. Fake dating. Don't think any of these are. Like, some of these could be hindsight. These could work, but I don't think any of them are right off the bat. Close quarters. Found family. You'll Be the Death of Me. Royalty. Don't think there's any. Animal companion. Don't think there's any. That is finally the end of my TBR, and I think this video is going to be extremely long. So I hope everyone has an amazing December, whether it's Christmas or any type of celebration, or just winter, if you like winter, anything. I just hope you like have a great time in December and have great reading, because it is the end of the year, so you gotta finish those Goodreads goals, those reading goals. This is my TBR plus You'll Be the Death of Me, and if I can, this does not count, but if I can, I'm gonna try and do Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I haven't been able to find that in person, but I also could just listen to it. I'd be fine with that. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both those would mean the absolute world to me. Comment down below what is on your December TBR, and if you've read any of the books that I am reading this month, let me know your thoughts on them. I would love to hear them. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in checking any of those out. Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!